So with 2024 coming to a close and the start of 2025, this brings the 10-year anniversary of the Motivation Theory running channel. And so I want to answer some questions that I've kind of collected that I think are interesting, and I'm going to answer them for you right now. I'm super happy about starting this next year, and I'm glad you all are coming along for the ride. First question: are ultras different for you now than when you first started? Some ways, yes. Some ways, the allure has disappeared from the first several, where I questioned whether or not I could run the distance or complete the ultra. I've solved a lot of the problems. Not that the problems don't come up; they still do. But I've actually done the equations. I know how to get the answer now. Sometimes you miss. Sometimes things go wrong. But that sense that I had to finish to prove that I was an ultra runner is kind of gone now. I don't feel like I have to prove anything anymore. I love ultra marathons and I want to do them for the rest of my life, but that sense of newness, that sense of excitement of becoming a newly minted ultra runner has kind of faded, and I'm happy where I am right now. Question number 2: what actually scares you the most about running ultramarathons? I did a video where I talked about what actually scares me, and it was more around the event itself. I think what really scares me about ultramarathons is not ultramarathons themselves, is that it's the possibility that I stop doing them, that something happens where I can no longer do them. Who will I be? I mean, for 10 years, I've been an ultra runner, and it is a huge part of my personality, is who I am. I run a YouTube channel centered around it. That actually scares me, to not do them anymore. I can't even picture not doing them. I can't picture not having this channel. I really honestly don't know what I would do with myself, because this is such a large part of what I do. It takes up so much of what I think of every day, and good or bad, that's the reality of it. I love this channel. It is everything to me. It's every bit a child is everything in my life. Obviously, I love my children, my family, way more than all of this. I mean that in kind of a joking sense, but like this channel is a child to me. I've loved it for 10 years, and I've wanted to see it grow. I've wanted to see ultra marathons grow. I've wanted to see you all participate in ultra marathons. I love hearing the stories of people coming back to me saying, your channel inspired me, and now I'm an ultra runner, and that stuff is everything to me. So what scares me the most is not doing them anymore, if that makes sense. Question number 3: if you could go back, what would you change from when you first started? I don't know how much I would actually change, because so much of ultra marathons is the learning experience. Like, you have to go out and do these things to learn them. You can watch videos, you can do research, not until you actually feel it, until you experience it, until you taste it, do you actually understand what ultras are about and going through them. I think probably what I would change is I would have probably built a larger support group of friends, of other runners, other ultra runners. I see that as like a part that I miss, and it's kind of ironic because I have a channel with 26,000 subscribers. I've made friends on this channel that I've run ultras with, but I don't really have like a really close knit group of local people to go run with, to go on training runs with. And I know they exist, but I've never really done much in reaching out and trying to incorporate myself into those. And if I could go back and change, I definitely would have definitely invested in creating more of a friend group in running locally. I think that's everything. So if you're out there, and if I can give you any bit of advice, is look for other ultra runners in your area and become friends and go on training runs, because this is about the journey, it's about the friendships, and it's about the community. Question number 4: do you really think anyone can run ultra? So I say this all the time. Do I think anyone can run ultra marathons? And I say this on the channel, again, all the time, and I get people that come back at me. Yes, I do. And I say this with the caveat that it is somebody who has a base level of fitness, who has the desire, can do them. I mean, a 50K, if you've done a marathon, you could do a 50K with no other training. It just takes you slow down and go a little bit further. To run a 50 miler, it is a little bit more of an experience. It's more time on your feet. The type of people that I see do these races are a spectrum. They're people from all different backgrounds, all different genders, all different experiences. And I tell you, it is truly inspiring to go to a race and see the sea of people that are just completely different body types, and people you wouldn't even think are runners that are out there killing it. Yes, I do. I do believe that anyone can do this. Don't sell yourself short. I think most people, most humans, never push themselves enough to know that they can do way more. I know people around me that are mentally tough. I know they've been through some really crappy things in their life, and that's what this is. It's mostly mental. It is a lot physical, but when the physical stuff wears you down, the mental's where it kicks in. And I know a lot of very mentally strong people that could do this. I know you that are probably watching this are mentally strong enough to do this, and you probably have done it or you're thinking about doing it. And it would be a travesty to not push yourself, to not challenge yourself in life, to see what you truly can do. It changed my life to run ultramarathons. It actually absolutely changed my life. There's nothing that I think I can't do. Can I do everything? Probably not, but there's nothing I think I can't do. I'm going to try, and I'm always going to try to push myself. And I think that's why I say that anyone can do it, just to make sure that if someone's out there thinking they want to do it, I don't want to be the person that discourages them. You can do it. Just push yourself. Question number 5. What is the closest non-running thing you've been through in your life that kind of relates, that puts you through the same stresses of an ultra? The very first video I posted on this channel, I talked about an ultramarathon being like having a baby, and it pissed people off. No, I've never had a baby, but my wife has had 5. I've been through those, watching them. I've been through the stress, the blood, the sweat, the tears, worrying about my wife, worrying about the baby. Through that entire period, the 9 months and then the period after, it was so stressful because I felt so helpless. I felt so stressed about their health, their well-being, and when it was all said and done, it was so stressful, and it worked out, and it made all of that worth it. I forgot about all of that, but the stress right there at the end made me not want to have more kids right after each one. I'm not going to put my wife through that again. I'm not going to do that, because that was the hardest thing I've ever seen my wife do. She is an absolute beast. The women that have babies, it's an amazing thing, and it's such a hard thing, and I give them the utmost respect that they do, that they were gifted with the ability to do that. But then time fades, and I talk with my wife, and then we want to have another kid, and then we go through the same thing again. That's probably the closest thing, other than watching, a loved one battle illness and either pass away or get through it, the stress. Those are the closest things when you get broken down to bedrock, and then you can come back and you can see hope, you can find happiness again. Those are the things I think that equate to running ultramarathons. Question number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, 6. Knowing what you know now, would you do this all over again? And I think this is probably speaking to this whole YouTube thing, the ultra running thing. Like I said earlier, I love this channel. I love the community. I love all the experiences I've got to experience because of this channel. It is a large part of my identity. I wouldn't know what I would do. It's been hard. It's not easy to do this. I released a video that talked about what I make doing this. Even at 26,000 subscribers, it's not a lot of money. It's not enough to really do much with. Maybe have a car payment some days, on some months, maybe a car payment, and that's good. I completely appreciate that. But what I love about doing this is you all, the support, the interaction, hearing the stories, because this is life-changing stuff. You guys have done life-changing stuff. You've gone out and pushed yourself to do really hard things. You're a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of a percent of people who have completed things. That's special. And I've got to participate in that for 10 years. I've got to help inspire and motivate and share my story I wouldn't change that for the world. I don't care if I made 0 cents on this channel. I would not change that for the world. And you all are of everything. You are the reason this channel moves on. I would be putting videos out to no one if it wasn't for you. And I appreciate you all, and I look forward to 2025, and I can't wait to hear the stories and see what you all have planned. I have big plans this year, and I just want to see us all crush it. Thank you all. I hope this was interesting, and if you want to see the video about what I make on this channel, go ahead and click right here, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.